Hello and welcome to Wooks and Warlocks, a role-playing tour through the summer of love. In this podcast, we'll be playing out a story of adventure and magic using dice and skills to determine the outcomes of our actions. My name is Trey Miller, and I will play the role of Game Master for this journey. I am joined by 6 of the finest folks to roll the dice. Please introduce yourselves and your characters.
Hi, I'm Joshua Fox, and I'll be playing Brody Malone, the human bard.
Hello, I'm Tony Ryan playing Xantor.
I'm Vanessa Suchek, and I'm playing Remy Riz, the Ratfolk Rogue.
Hi, I'm Jessie Bennett, and I will be playing Granny Glenda. She's a half-orc, half-foxfolk rogue fighter.
My name is John Lombardi. I'll be playing Elijah Woodstone, the Elkfolk Farm Wizard.
My name is Lawson Williams McClure, and I will be playing Norland, the good boy.
When we last saw each of these intrepid groups of adventurers, their disparate paths split in a way most profound, with Trace Kinos going to the very hells of Loon, and the aforementioned tunnel travelers going to the heavens. Each of these teams experienced profound, unique versions of the world where they traveled. And we will catch up with each of our players as they recount to us their emotional state and their personal opinion on where we're at in the journey. We'll start with our own Brody Malone. How are you, Brody?
Oh, Brody, man. He's been having a tough time. Everything's getting really heavy, especially these past couple of weeks up in heaven. Everything's a little bit more serious than he thought. Life's not just like this cool little journey that we're on. There's real consequences and lots of crazy shit happening right now, man.
The world unfolds in the wildest of ways. What have you seen that's filling you with ire? I mean, you traveled to the heavens. Surely that was a pleasant experience.
Yeah, you would think that, man, but somehow, someway, it's just like someone just ripped a butthole in reality, man, and like these giant evil beings started coming out, and like this short little goblin couldn't tell what he was doing, man, but they started wreaking havoc, and it was not fun.
How did you manage to escape?
Kevin? Nah.
Kevin? You mean that Wook from the Rainbow Gatherings? He followed you guys into heaven, or did he precede you? Either way, he darted through the portals. What was he up to? No good?
Well, he seemed to know what he was doing, so we kind of just followed him and been keeping to the shadows, but it is a goddamn hellscape in heaven. It's ironic. It's crazy.
It's good that you've been able to survive. Who would have thought the heavens would be a place of such ire? We'll catch up with Brody Malone when we return to our journey through Lund. Xantor. It's dark. Something happened and you've lost consciousness. And in this place, between dreams and reality, a familiar face approaches you.
Hello, Xantor. King? Is that you?
It is I. I have come from beyond.
Yeah, 'cause you're dead. I carried your body, brother.
I wish you would have just left me. This is quite disturbing what
You're telling me. You look great.
I feel good as a ghost. It is a fine place to be.
Xantor tries to touch him.
You kind of just like go through him and like shimmers, and he goes like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but
man,
like Aslan was the
gorgeous,
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Glowing even.
I have reached a state beyond life, and though I did not realize it, I believe that I have in fact fulfilled the purpose for which the warlocks sent me to the future. I have become the catalyst by which you all will change the face of Lund.
Yeah.
Catalyst, yes, because I'm a lion.
Yeah.
Xantor, there are powers inside of you.
It's like a super name.
Stay focused, Xantor.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep.
The world will need you.
What happened? Like, why? Where are we?
We are in the place between life and death.
Oh, yeah.
The gases have brought you to the very edge of life, and I'm going to do what I can
Is that
to...
what happened? That's we.
You got catch
Yeah,
by the
we were
gases. You
gambling,
guys
we
were
were
drunk
partying,
and
we were
partying,
fucking
and you
having a
weren't paying
blast,
attention. And
And all that smoke came in.
Yes, evil ninjas captured you with gases while you were gambling during the middle of a global
and
international
you saved
crisis.
us again. You are man. He tries to give him a hug.
You just kind of like trip a little through him, and he goes, "Oh," like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Like, come back. Can you come back? I'll get your body. I forgot what we did.
I denied. Listen. If I know that, Xantor, I don't have time to explain. And he's just going to walk up to you, and he's going to reach into where your third eye would be on your head, and he's going to awaken a latent power inside of you, and you're going to level up to level 13.
He starts making a little buzzing sound. Does he glow? Does Xantor's head glow?
Xantor glows a little bit, yeah, where the finger intersects with your like your pineal gland. It like glows a little bit, like almost like a diamond formation in your forehead, and then your eyes light up with knowledge for a second, and then it's up to you whether or not that fades. But
He instantly thinks of his buddy Drake, of his little kid, and they have like a little meeting of the minds, and they're like preparing to ride. You know, that's what he's trying to do. So he's like leveling up in Ranger because he's trying to get to 15 to like be able to ride and fly with Drake.
Yeah.
So they just connect, and it's like, you know, he feels King inside of him, which is like, you know, he's like, they're one now, is what Xantor feels.
it's good. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
And King looks at you, and he just sort of smiles, and he fades away slowly.
Xantor tries to poke him in the head before he goes.
Oh, he makes the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh,
noise
yeah,
once
as
more.
he's fading?
Yes.
Oh, bro. Xantor's just gleaming. So happy.
As you sit there in your mind, you see your diary appear in your hands, along with a quill made of magic. You have a moment to write in your diary if you would like to.
Dear diary, today, we're here. We made it to heaven. It's glowing. King's here. We touched each other. And now I'm even better than I was yesterday. Fuck yeah. He writes down the date and the time and closes the book.
And we'll check back in with Xantor as we continue on our journey through the land of Lund.
Yeah, like fades out. He's sitting there in like a lotus position, like.
His head's still glowing a little bit. Remy, it sounds like heaven wasn't what was expected.
It sure wasn't. Pearly gates, cherubs, fruits of life all around, and then despair. War has been waged.
War, you say? Is it... what, you mean, like, war between the gods?
Yes, the good versus evil.
This is terrible. The good gods have only just returned to Lund. It's unlikely they have the power to resist those ancient evil beings.
We had to step aside and had to lurk in the shadows. We didn't want to be in between in the war. Too much danger.
It sounds like somehow or another you were able to follow one of the humans or humanoids that was helping them, and did you find a way back to Lund? Surely there's something that could be done.
Just like Brody said, there was a lady and a goblin, and I believe the goblin opened up a portal.
It's time to jump through that portal then. We'll check back in with Remy as we continue our journey through the land of Lund. Granny Glenda, it's dark. And in your mind's eye, a friend approaches. He's glowing, much like Parker was when you would see his spirit.
Parker, is that you?
It is not Parker. You know where Parker is. Where did you put Parker, Glenda? Where is Parker?
Yeah, she's hiding her face for sure. And she's like, oh, you know, Parker's, he's just back at the hotel room. He's
The
just
hotel
waiting.
room?
Yeah, the boat. He's there.
That's funny that you mention that, because I was speaking with Parker not but a moment ago in the cosmic sense, and he was trying to convince me to re-enter the decaying corpse of my own body.
Yeah, and you should have done that. I don't understand why you just didn't do that. I mean, Jimmy Jam he's a great necromancer. He would have gotten you back in one piece.
Glenda, you've crossed many lines in your life as an assassin, but I need you to know it was very inappropriate for you to send your teenage nephew's ghost to the afterlife in an attempt to capture my soul and put it back in my corpse.
It wasn't capturing, it was,
We
just
need to talk about
helping
these
you.
things. You cannot use a necromancer from beyond time to bring a man's soul back into his body without consent. There are important boundaries in friendship.
Well, that's why we sent Parker to ask you, and, Jimmy Jam
He was very
number
forceful.
one.
You know how those teenagers can be. He's very strong
Well,
for his
don't
age.
take that out on him. He's a teenager.
Well, I'm not going to take anything out on him since he's now trapped in my zombified body.
Listen. I know I have made mistakes over the last couple of days. We should not have weakened your decaying body around this ship, and we should not have tried to put your spirit back into your decaying body and instead trap Parker's decaying body in there. But I've been traveling around with this band of idiots for so long. I mean, can you really blame me if I've lost a couple of brain cells down the road?
You make a reasonable argument. That's Xantor's. He's a special case.
Thank you.
There's no time, Glenda. You have a duty to perform. And he's going to, much like he did with Xantor, reach his spirit finger into your pineal gland and unlock latent powers, and you're going to level up to level 13.
Oh, wow.
What does that look like for Granny Glenda?
Yeah, so Granny Glenda, to be able to effectively kind of ring in Xantor, kind of hones in more on her magic side of things and is now able to cast Mage Hand to smack Xantor when necessary.
All right, she's getting a little bit of Mage Hand. And we'll check back in with Granny Glenda as we return to our adventures through the land of Lund. Elijah Woodstone, much like your companions who have been gassed,
I gotta immediately disassociate and go where I'm not like in the portal where I get sucked in, but kind of half in, half out.
Mm-hmm.
So my consciousness gets sucked into my book, and I'm looking around, but I don't see the koala man. I hear the beautiful babbling brook, and I see the water running over the rocks, and I see the little cottage, but I don't see him anywhere.
You can't escape this moment,
Oh,
Elijah.
damn.
There must be a reckoning.
How you doing, Ken?
I've been better, but I've been worse.
I kind of understand why you didn't want to jump back into that rough remains we had for you, but I think we could have patched you up.
I see where you're coming from, and we'll simply have to agree to disagree with the actions Trace Kinos took regarding my corpse.
That poor kid is stuck in there now, and that's a hell of a way to go through puberty.
I worry about that, but, what is done. Elijah, there are scant moments left for Lund, and for you to become the hero you are always destined to be, the hero I thought I could be. And I must take this time to awaken in you what is to come. And he's going to reach into your head, boop, unlock your powers, you glow a little bit, and you're going to level up to level 13.
Oh, yeah. Get a little stronger, unlock some new magic abilities, my spells. My book reveals some things to me, and had a good little talk.
I like to think as you're like unlocking spells, like a new like garden appears in the book's landscape, or like maybe
new
like
training equipment.
Yeah,
pops
like
up.
new things like show up.
I
like,
tell King that he's more than welcome to make his solely retirement in this space, and they can hang out and come to the cottage and chill by the brook anytime.
You're very generous, but I believe this will be the last time that I see any of you, as my spirit will move on to the next world. But perhaps one day my spirit will return, and we can be friends and adventure once more. As he says that, he just sort of begins to fade, and you're left with the sound of the babbling brook.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go immediately to like training montage, and I'm just like montaging the hell out of that place, and like bam, like a crazy laser beam explosion, the house burns down, but then it comes back because it like regenerates like in a video game, and then yeah, you see him and also like doing like a monk thing and like hitting myself and like like hitting myself and training and getting stronger, and my constitution goes up so I can take a little bit more hits. And I'm trying to think of anything else. There's a few more spells, but they're better off being surprises.
It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah, exactly. The book just does some shit.
We'll catch up with Elijah Woodstone when we're next adventuring through the land of Lund. Last we come to Norlin the Good Boy, whose world has changed dramatically over the last few days. How are you feeling, Norlin?
My quest for meaning has finally come to fruition after the loss of my master. I came to the realization during the war in heaven that I am an agent of good. 'Cause I am the good boy. We fought demons for weeks on end. We were conscripted by a heavenly army of angels. Unfortunately, the dark gods were prevailing. And now, we are on the run. We were cornered by the goblin wizard and his phalanx of foul, filthy demons. We were then transported from a spell cast by the wizard. And now we are back here, back in familiar Lund, with our friends. But I am still covered in the ichor of dying demons.
And we'll find out more when we next check in with Norlin the Good Boy on our next installment of Wooks and Warlocks.
Round and around in the tunnel when it's dark we go, searching through the rubble for what once was spark like a shout in the night. And the sight of the past, it can fill us with fear all night, though we know the wheel comes back after time. Oh, sweet time. And the soul will rise from the ashes. We will climb as we shout into the night. Let no man mute my battle cry. die, multiplied by time and time again. It's those we love that we lose when we struggle with what's inside, just hoping for hope, something to want.